look how pretty this building looks, eh? The facade, the secrets, the lies, the deception, the corruption that's going on within them walls there.
2 minutes 42 was spent on that.
Really?
Yeah.
You get more time in the doctors. That's what I'm saying.
What Brett also said is, when he finds out who's betrayed him and who's done this recording, he said he's gonna make it his business to find out who has done this, who has took that recording, and he will basically hunt them down.
Well, I can understand. It's a betrayal of trust, how he sees. In other words, he's been caught out and he's uber embarrassed about it, and it's definitely going to knock his credibility down. You can call it a betrayal of trust, but you still got your hands caught in the cookie jar. You still done that act. So is he then trying to imply that the person who's recorded it is more of a wrong one than he is for saying it?
Well, what he's basically saying is that this person is a grass.
Yeah.
I mean, and we don't have grass in.
But that's negating his role.
Yeah, but it goes back to like sort of past events. So if they're lying about this, if they're covering up about this, as if this is their attitude on a relatively minor kind of sort of matter compared to sexual abuse and rape and children and covering that up. So if he's doing this, if he's lying about something he's been caught out lying for, then
what else?
What? How can he be trusted?
My point exactly, mate.
Yeah.
You can actually look at it from another perspective as well, from a legal perspective with regards to if he has actually said that he will hunt them down, using that terminology, he will seek them out, he will hunt them down. You know, are they not threats?
Well,
That is threatening behaviour.
Certainly.
If I was the person that had covertly recorded that meeting, and I had heard that I was in fear of being hunted down, then that would then put me in a position of fear for, fear for my safety.
It's an intimidation.
It's intimidation, and it's a threat.
Yeah.
And as soon as you step over the line, you do start to step over into what is potentially the realm of criminality.
Yeah. This guy obviously wants to protect everything he's got. I mean, that's apparent. So you can see now with the little words that he's saying when he's obviously been caught out, how far he's prepared to go in order to quell.
One of the skills that I'm actually trained to do, I spent 3 years studying linguistic analysis. So you've got body language analysis, but you've also got linguistic analysis, which is analysing the words that people use to identify what they're really trying to say. And based on the words that have allegedly been used, I would take that as a threat. You know, I'm qualified to advanced forensic statement analysis. One of the jobs that I do on a day-to-day basis is analysing witness statements that the police have taken from witnesses, and I can identify what a witness is saying, what they're trying to say. To put it back into the same context, then basically repeating myself, I would say there is an element of, verbal threats. And I would be intimidated if I was that person that would the meeting.
Without a doubt. If that was your boss that was making a statement like that and you knew that it was you, you would be thinking, right, well, he's coming for me,
Absolutely,
you know?
Yeah.
And Anna said to me, because he tried saying things to me like, people are accusing you of just being a single flag. You're just a single flag waver. All you're bothered about is child abuse. So I said, I lost my temper. I didn't shout because I wouldn't have won if I'd have shouted. Yeah. At least I'm fucking passionate about something. Like the art in there. At least I'm passionate about something. And what the fuck is wrong with being a single flag if it's about preventing child sexual abuse?
And this is where we started to feel sorry for Sarah, because, you know, the last thing we wanted to do is throw her under the bus.
Yeah.
Because we believe she was on side and she's telling us about Brett's behaviour. She's telling us he's a bully.
I did. It was awful last night.
I know, but I understand the position and the guy is a bully.
He's he's horrible. He's horrible.
You know what I mean? So we felt sorry for her. We did. We felt sorry for her.
We get to the stream, we get to Alan Brett saying what he's saying, we get to the fact that he's supposedly consulted with survivors, and he totally hadn't.
As the report before you makes clear, we are doing this tonight after meeting and listening to the survivors of abuse. Furthermore, I can tell you that this council has for a number of years run a bespoke service for survivors. I will end by reading out what an independent government inspector said about the service earlier this year. Rochdale's complex safeguarding service provides a strong multi-agency response for children and adult survivors of sexual exploitation.
That got the goat up of people in the public gallery. Do you want to talk about that briefly, about what emotions you were going through knowing he's just said that and he's basically full of shit?
I felt sick, to be quite honest with you. Thought this doesn't ring true with what Sarah's saying in terms of, you know, she'll go to any lengths to get us support and get us what she think would help that survivor input into how the council deal with survivors.
I'm going to write it all down this afternoon.
Yeah.
It's going to come from Alan Brett, and it's going to be an absolutely all-inclusive, involved survivors from now on. It has to be.
Okay, I can't ask for any more. Can't ask for any more.
We're seeing a picture painted of a different man at this point, or it's like, hang on a minute, doesn't look like this is gonna pull through. But I was like sort of hanging on to that hope, and I'm looking at this man and I'm hearing this man speaking and I'm thinking, do I really want to meet with this person? Do you know what I mean? There'd been no acknowledgement whatsoever of the survivors up in the gallery. You know what I mean? Apart from sneers.
Alan Brett, I just thought, Alan Brett, you've totally misjudged this whole fucking situation. You've taken advice from the chief exec and it's wrong. It's wrong advice. You didn't even acknowledge the people who were sitting in the public gallery at all.
Well, one of the texts that you sorry mate, one of the texts that you shown me, and Mike alluded to it before, was that Sarah had said to you the people that were sat behind her were all looking up at the gallery and sneering, almost under the breath, saying, "We've give you what you want. What more do you want?"
You know, the ambulance chase, this sounds really bad, but the ambulance chase who followed you outside last night were just as bad as the nasty bastards behind me who were sneering up at you, saying, "We give you what you want. What do you want? What else do you expect?"
They've not give you nothing at that point?
Not give us nothing, and we hadn't asked for Smith to be stripped of his freedom of the borough, because it's purely ceremonial, because the guy's not even alive. The guy's not got the freedom of the borough anyway because he's dead.
At this point, you've still got people that, if Cyril Smith was doing what he was doing, he was obviously well connected, and this runs right through the Labour Party. Okay, you can strip him, but does that account for the rest of the people that might have been in power that knew about it at the time, and maybe people, staff working at Knoll View, Cambridge House, that may have been complicit, even if it's a conspiracy of silence? That doesn't go anywhere near them.
And then they come out like ambulance chasers, given that right opportunity to look like the angels in the situation. That's what happened.
Well, the fact is, and let's not, sort of hold anything back here, there are people that are still alive. There are still people that were maybe at the time in relatively middle areas of, middle positions in their employment, that are now in senior positions of employment, that at least heard rumours of what was going on, at best. At worst, knew exactly what was going on.
I told Jackie Bendick the children in her ward were being abused.
Right.
And she did fuck all. The other woman who came out, Lynn Brosnan, she's one of the ones who said to me, "We all knew about Cyril Smith. We all knew about Cyril Smith. Everybody knew."
I would go as far to say, if there was a full public and a unequivocal police inquiry with no holds barred, I'd say there's probably still people alive at this day and age who were actually involved.
that maybe lends to why the fact that this can't come out.
Absolutely. This is just, you know, this mirrors very much what is in the public domain at the moment, which is accusing dead, recently, long dead MPs of being involved in a alleged Westminster and the House of Lords paedophile ring. You know, this is being covered up allegedly under the Official Secrets Act due to the fact, and only the fact, that should the truth come out, then this could potentially bring down the government. You know, and this isn't just, you know, scaremongering, it isn't conspiracy theories. These are facts. You know, there's too much coming out now of historical allegations, and in the same as Noel View, in the same as Rochdale, there are people that I believe that were maybe junior members of Parliament at the time, are now senior members of Parliament at the time, that at best had heard rumours, at worst were knowledgeable of what was going on, to a degree that there are people that are probably, possibly, allegedly still alive now and in power that were complicit.
We all knew about Cyril Smith. We all knew about Cyril Smith. Everybody knew.
How can you disagree with anything you've just said there, Mike?
Thank you.
And that's where we're at, you know. I can't even add to that because you put it so well.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And if anything happens to me.
Yeah. Dandled. Is that the term we're going to use? Jesus. At this point, we're expecting Brett to go further. He didn't. He brushes over survivors like it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
So that really puts a finger up to the survivors supposedly getting acknowledgement, because you ain't getting it there, because he had his chance to say it there. That's his one golden moment.
Alan Brett, I just thought, Alan Brett, you totally misjudged this whole situation.
You had Sarah, a girl that was told by her mother just to get on the naughty step. And she definitely knew her place at that point. Who was the first to leave? Can you remember? Billy. What did he say or do anything to get up and leave? Did he just literally get up and walk out?
As soon as he finished speaking,
Right.
I kind of looked round at everybody and we just all stood up and walked out. Yeah, I think Billy shouted, "Hang your heads in shame." That's when the security kind of come over and sort of decided to sort of escort him and others out. I think Linda threw a 2-pence in, and we just walked out, not believing what we just witnessed.
Yes.
And not believe, you know, we've got Sarah there who's professed to be on our side, on Survivor's side, and fight our corner, who's just sat there like a muppet, basically.
It almost made a mockery of the whole thing, really. He was expecting so much more. And even if, let's put it this way, even if Survivors Matter want to acknowledge, they would have laid into Cyril Smith more and then utilise that to acknowledge, at least to say, you know, we knew something was going wrong, and you know what, guys, this is our time. Okay, maybe further down the line we'll bring the survivors up, but you know what, Cyril Smith,
I think the question you've got to ask yourself is, how far did they go on the night to actually condemn his actions?
It speaks volumes, doesn't it, mate?
And there was no appearance from Darryl Beck, the policy writer, and Brett's advisor on that night, where she promised that he was going to come and grab us from the gallery and arrange a meeting with Brett.
Yeah.
That was the first lie.
So this is where we're getting to the interesting bit now, really, because everything that happens once you leave that.
That's when the roller coaster started.
Yeah. Red Pill Phil, like and subscribe. I love you all, even the pissing haters.